Jeffrey is happy exactly how he is.
I'm fine. Video games aren't even that bad for you.
He doesn't realize just how much time he's wasting on the modern addictions. He says that video games aren't that bad for you, that he only plays for 1 hour a day, but that's not true. Every video gamer who says that he only plays for 1 hour a day is a big, fat, stinky liar. Oh, they piss me off, bro. But after a full day of work, Hamza, I work for 7. Shut the f up. Oh, you crackhead. They piss me off, mate, because I used to use that exact same excuse as well. And it's just cringe. You're obviously not playing for an hour, bro. By the time you've like gotten into a fucking like League of Legends game, you literally have less time to finish the game. Fucking stupid. You're just lying to yourself. And do you know what? The reason why so many fucking video gamers say this bullshit of like, oh, but I only play for 1 hour a day after I do all of my good chores and shit, is because they know that they're fucking coping. They know that they're talking about a bad habit here, and that's why they have to tell you. Because if they truly thought it wasn't bad for you, they wouldn't have to like fucking tell you like, oh, I only play for 1 hour. Shut the fuck up, bro. Oh yeah, Jeffrey. This went on a side rant. I can remember the exact moment that my life changed. In May 2020, I gave up all of my addictions. I used to smoke weed all day, every day. And that is not an exaggeration. I used to wake up, grab the fucking crack pipe, put weed into it, blaze that shit up, and continue smoking throughout the entire day. I would get high before work, I'd get high after work, I'd get high before going to sleep, I'd get high after waking up from sleep. I was playing a fair amount of video games. I'd just spend a lot of time on YouTube and just watching random shows on Netflix, on TV. I'd scroll on social media, on Reddit especially. I'd spend like 3 hours a day on Reddit. My entire day revolved around consuming, and it felt uncontrollable. In my mind, I would get the thoughts that I wanted to stop, that I didn't want to do this bullshit anymore, that I didn't want to continue smoking weed. I couldn't even afford it. I was done with spending 3 hours a day on Reddit. I felt like shit after fapping, but day in and day out, I kept on doing the same things. If you can relate to what I'm saying, I hope this video can help you. Adonis lives like an old school man, like a caveman. He drastically limits his technology use. Instead, Adonis prefers to be out in nature, amongst animals, seeing the sunrise and the sunset, spending time with his loved ones. It isn't Adonis's preference to be sat hunkered down with poor posture, looking at a screen all day. He knows that that causes sickness, and so Adonis looks around so confused at the majority of people who spend all their time like that. Gather round, boys, we've got a emotional vid. The topic of this video is simple enough to say, okay, you know, stop spending time on YouTube and Reddit and social media. But I think it goes so much deeper than that, because these things are totally ingrained in our lives and we don't even realize how detrimental it is. We are in the most safest, the best time to have ever existed, and yet the majority of us are unhappy, depressed and anxious. And I think it's almost totally down to the fact that our lives are just based on this virtual reality, that we spend so many hours looking at screens.